be honest, I couldn't wait. You're live right now. This is the Medical Medium Cooking Show. #1 New York Times bestselling author, the Medical Medium book series. And we're having a great time today, I can tell you that. You know why? We're doing sugar cookies. I'm going to be high on sugar. I'm going to gobble them up and do like sugar cookies. Give me another one. Give me another one. I'm going to go crazy on the sugar cookies. I'm gonna make the sugar cookies and the raspberry thumbprint cookies, okay, guys? So I'm excited. Are we pumped up today? I got some cool things to show you too. This is just gonna be so fun. Yay, we're on. We're live right now. Medical Medium Cooking Show. We're making thumbprint cookies, raspberry thumbprint cookies, but I'm gonna put a bunch of different jams in those too. I got all these incredible jams I can't wait to show you. And we're gonna do the sugar cookie as well. So let's just get started, you guys. Good to see you guys. Have you ever made the Medical Medium sugar cookie recipe? That's what I wanted to ask you guys. Have you tried that one? Or the thumbprint one? Which ones have you guys tried? Have you made the thumbprint cookies? Or did you make the sugar cookies? It's going to be incredible. I'm going to be jacked up on sugar like no end. I'm excited. In a healthy way, though. Healthy way. All the minerals, the trace minerals in that maple syrup. So let's go into it. Let's start making some recipes here, you guys. So 1 1/3 cups of almond flour. So let's go find some almond flour over here. We got it right here. I'm going to actually use this one. I already have one that's open. Yes, you guys have tried them? I made both. Love them, April says. Incredible. It really is. So we're doing 1 1/3 cups. So let's get this bowl ready. You guys, I'm excited. Can you see right there? I'm back. This is the Medical Medium Cooking Show. We're going to do about a 1/2 cup there. We're going to go with another 1/2 cup. There we go. And then we're going to do about 1/3. So let's do it right. Let's get the 1/3, the measurement out right here. Going to do 1/3 now. Have you guys have tried these, right? Ichota says, I love these cookies. So Ichota, you've had them too. I love them too. These are amazing. These are so great. So we got some flour in here. That's the almond flour I'm using right here, you guys. You'll see the link right there in the video. So I'm going to go with 1/4 cup of tapioca starch, right? Got the tapioca right here. So cool. So you're going to do 1/4 cup of that. Let's get that in here. It's good to see you guys. I'm excited. Can I use fat-free flour instead? Try whatever you like. Absolutely. Try. Be your own person, right? Try different things if you want. I don't know how it's going to come out. I don't know how it's going to actually come out, though. Don't come back and say, you told me it would be fine. I can use anything. Medical Medium, you said it would work. Okay, but of course you could do the things you want to do, right? So we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. So that's what we're going to do now, okay? Baking powder. So I got that right now. Glad you guys are coming on. Thank you. If you guys don't know about the Medical Medium Cooking Show here, right? We're doing a lot of cool stuff, which is really fun. I'm not known really to do a cooking show, really. I'm putting a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm known about being an expert in chronic illness all these years, 35 years, right? Many of you guys know that, the Medical Medium book series and stuff. But I do cook every day and make things for myself and family and friends and all of that, right? So the tapioca starch, I don't know if I popped that in yet. I think I did. We're talking. We're having fun. We're going to whisk this. There we go. Yeah, it's in there. Nice. So good to see you guys right here today. I got some stuff to show you. We're going to have some fun, right? We're going to make the thumbprint cookies, which is really exciting. I got to tell you, though, right? Every time I make the raspberry thumbprint cookies, okay? Every time I do that, man, I can't just eat one. I mean, I'm just going to say it. I can't eat one. So I'm going to start combining now other things. We're making the sugar cookies, guys, just so you know. Now it's time to put the coconut oil in here. All right. So we got the coconut oil. Let's see how much coconut oil. We're doing 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. So that's going to be fun, right? We got that. That's going to go in here. So let's get a tablespoon of coconut oil. I'm so glad to know you guys have made these before. Very happy to hear that, really. So we got the coconut oil in there. Let's put that away. All right, now we're going to do maple syrup, 1/4 cup of maple syrup. So I'm going to go with the maple syrup here. I think I'm going to go with this one. I can't wait to talk about the maple syrups later. I got to be honest, right? So I'm all about maple syrup, like artesian maple syrups. You know, I know people are all about wine. You know how they're all about wine? And they're like, yeah, this wine tastes good. This wine is aged. This wine is sweet. This wine is good. Whatever. You know, the whole bit. I'm more into maple syrups, right? Totally. You know, that's really what I'm into. These are incredible maple syrups. I'll talk about them later too, you guys. How many of you guys like maple syrup? Right? Especially for the holidays. It's a great holiday gift, really. For holiday recipes too and all of that. So let's get some maple syrup in here, okay? So 1/4 cup. Let's do that. Do 1/4 cup of maple syrup here. Let's get our 1/4 cup going, okay? Let's get it in here. All right, we just want to get it right. We're going to put a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Let's drop that in. Have you guys watched Elf yet? Every year I got to watch Elf. All right, so we got that. Let's get the alcohol-free vanilla extract in here too. That's next. All right, so we're going to do 1 teaspoon of this, right? So let's get 1 teaspoon going. We'll put that in here. Got the vanilla extract in there. That's great. You guys, this is incredible. We're making sugar cookies, raspberry thumbprint cookies, having a great time. You love maple syrup too? Incredible. Elf is so funny, Christina S. says. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really hilarious. That maple syrup thing he's always doing. I know I mentioned it before, but, right? So I'm going to whisk this, if you guys are okay with that. We're going to mix this up. Now, what I love about these sugar cookies is that I don't worry with these, you know? Like, if someone makes me sugar cookies and they bring them over, I'm scared crap to eat them. I'm like, is there lard in this thing? What's in this thing? Hey, AW, I made some sugar cookies for you because I know you love that kind of stuff, and I'm going to drop them off here at the door. I'm like, all right. Let me take a look at these sugar cookies. Meanwhile, I'm scared crap. I'm like scared. Like, do I eat these sugar cookies? I know, you know, I know the person who made them with love, but I understand that whole make things with love thing, right? I love that, right? It's like making things with, you know, it's all about, I made that with love. Okay, well, I don't know if I want to put the lard in my body, though. I don't know if my body is going to love me for that. I know you made those with love. I know you... you know, I know you did that. I get it. You put your heart into those cookies. You made them out of love. You dropped them off at the doorstep. And now I'm scared. Because even though you made those with love and stuff, I'm scared to death about eating them. Because I don't know what's in there. So what I'm doing, I'm just getting the dough ready, you guys. You see what I'm doing here? So that's your sugar cookie dough ball there. Am I a terrible person for saying that? You guys, is that, was that bad to say? I don't know, right? It's just that when somebody drops something off and they make it, I'm like, okay, well, look, this is great, but what's in here? Because, right? I don't know. So yeah. But these, I don't feel that way, right? Now the dough's a little on the soft edge here. So what I'm gonna do is I might add just a little bit more of almond flour in here, okay? Because I think I underdid it, is what happened. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. Not much. Yeah, not much, but I'm gonna add a little bit more here. There we go. Okay, put that in there. Right? So I'm gonna mix this dough up a little bit more here. There we go. Wanted a good consistency, right? Show me your ingredients. I just saw that go up on the comments. So it's like when you drop something off at my door, I want to see the ingredients. Is that what it is? I want to see the ingredient list. Okay. Someone says, yeah, no, I put apricots in those, AW. Yeah, but are they the sulfured ones? The real bad ones with the toxic sulfites? Right? It's like, okay, hey, I made a fruit cake for you. AW, dropped it off at your door. It's got like sulfites. It's got like lard in there. It's got like Crisco in there. I don't know what it's got in there. All right. We're going to put this now in the... You can put it in the freezer for a few minutes. You can put it in the fridge for a few minutes. I mean, for 15 minutes in the fridge. I'm going to go with like 5 to 7 minutes in the freezer. I'm going to cover it up with some plastic, you guys. I'm glad you guys are coming on here. It's good to see you. It's the Medical Medium live cooking show right here. Cool stuff to show you. Lots of fun we're going to have. Let's get this in the freezer for a couple of minutes here. We're making a sugar cookie is what we're doing. We're chilling the dough is what we are up to right now. Chilling the dough, just so you know. Okay? So, you guys, I got a confession. Okay? Just so you know. I mean, a lot of people want to know a lot of things about me, right? The medical medium. And they're always like, what do you do? What are you always doing? What's your thing? Like, what do you like? And, you know, it's true. It's true that I do tend to dip my hands in the cookie jar a lot, and that's this right here. So when, you know, like I'll be walking around the house, I'll be working really hard, I'll be writing the books, and I'll be opening up this right here. This is what I'll be doing. As you can see, that's not from baking. The level used to be here, but just in the last, I don't know, 5 days, the level's now here. So these are the maple candies where it's maple sugar. Okay? And yeah, no, I mean, it's a confession. Straight up. People want to know something about me because that's what happens. Transparency, AW, transparency. Okay. You want to see transparency? I'll walk around and I do this a lot right here. That's good. It's really good. But I love it. These are linked, by the way. They got the maple leaves too. So good. These are so good. It's crazy. Selena says, yum, I want some. They're so good. Chris, LLL. All right, you guys. So, I just want to tell you that what I like about these is I know I'm getting minerals in me. I know I'm getting trace minerals in me. These are great candy options for kids too, right? But I know I'm getting the trace minerals in me. I know it's really good for me. And the thing is that I'm always, look, you guys eat the way you need to eat the whole bit. I eat in the low fat realm. So what I do is I don't have the high fat going on every single day in my diet. I don't do that, right? I keep the fats down. When you keep the fats down, you can up your healthy sugar. You can up your winter squash, your sweet potatoes, your regular potatoes. You can up your carrots. You can up your, the kabocha squash. You can up the butternut squash, right? You can up maple syrup. You can up those things. It's not like I'm having a big giant turkey dinner with all this turkey grease and then I'm down in a whole bunch of maple candies right on top of it, right? That's when That's when, you know, because the fat becomes, right, the problem where it's too high fat. You guys know that whole thing from the medical medium information, right? So because I keep the fat down in the diet on the lower scale, and I'm not tanking the fats, man, you can just, that's when you can be like, yeah, I'll have lots of maple candies. I mean, anybody can have maple candies. Doesn't matter what your diet's like, you can have them. Doesn't matter what your diet's like or what you're doing, you can have them. And, but I can have more of them. More of them is so good. Low fat feels good. See what, hero? Yeah, it's just really fun. It's fun. So, what I do at maple syrups too, right? Which is really great. This was incredible, this one right here. So I'm into maple syrups. I'm into quality maple syrups, right? I like the different consistencies, right? The different colors and consistencies. So I'm totally into maple syrups right there. So I keep a lot of them around, and I like connoisseur of maple syrup. I'm sure I'm not an expert by any means about maple syrup. You know, I highly doubt I'm a maple syrup expert. I'm not claiming that, but I can tell you that over the years since I was a kid, I definitely hung around maple syrup makers growing up periodically. I've also tasted a lot of maple water too, coming fresh out of the tree. I've done that, where I've done I've gone up to the spigot and I've consumed water literally coming out of the maple trees, right? I've done that. So I'm not a maple syrup tree expert or anything by any means, right? But I definitely know a lot about it, and I'm into it, always have been. So what I do is I keep a lot of them around, and different ones around, right? And the different qualities around, and the the whole bit. So I'll show you what I do, which is fun too. So I give you a little window into here. Let me move these over here. So the one I just used, right? The Run Amok. I'll just give you a little window into that one there. All right. So I want to show you on the camera on that one there too. And you can taste the difference with them. So I put them in shot glasses so I can learn about that. And it's funny, a friend of mine said, that's just weird. Like, why are you putting them in a shot glass? I'm like, well, why are you drinking wine every night and talking about all your different wines and stuff? It's like, you sound kind of crazy with the maple syrup. I'm like, are you kidding? You sound crazy playing with your 10 different wines and oh, this one's dry. It's dry? How do you really know it's dry? It tastes dry? Oh, this one's sweet. This one's, everybody's a wine expert. Everybody is a wine expert. It's like you see people go into a restaurant and they're just like, it's incredible. So yeah. So what's wrong with a little bit of maple syrup? So I got this one right here. Let me take a look at this one. Yeah, if you guys can hit the follow button so you can follow me here on Amazon Live to the Medical Medium Cooking Show. Right now, if you just got on here, I'm making sugar cookies, but I'm just giving you a little window into my favorite maple syrups. I love them so much. Yeah, your maple syrup is arriving today? Incredible. I'm so excited about that. So here's two different ones right here. Okay. So we got the Crown. By the way, this Crown one is insane. Absolutely insane. I'm just saying. It's so incredible, right? Okay, I'm going to get the cookies out. So you could do is, you could take a little taste test of these, right? And you can see the different flavors. There are different flavors, which is incredible. These different incredible brands, right? Oh my God. Two different flavors entirely. That's really crazy how that works. When your senses get really sharp, your taste buds get really sharp because you get rid of all your processed foods, you get rid of all that garbage, you get rid of all that junk, you get rid of those cakes and cookies and donuts, all the bad ones, right? When you get rid of all that, man, your taste buds get sharp. You can taste flavors. You can taste subtleties. You know what you're tasting, right? Because I know people, I mean, it's funny. They'll be like, oh, I know flavors like nobody does. I'm like, really? Is that between all the cheeseburgers at the fast food restaurants? Or is that all between all the processed food? Is that between that pig roast you were at? And you had all that barbecue syrup? Like, what do you mean your palate's sharp? Are you kidding? How is your palate sharp? I want to know. But when you clean up your diet, you're not eating all that garbage and you're not eating all that junk, and then you try to taste the difference between one maple syrup and the other, boom, you just know. Let me get the dough out. Just gonna move these over a little bit. And we're gonna get some dough out here. We're making sugar cookies, you guys. Thank you for being in my kitchen. We got some dough going on. All right. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a tablespoon here. And I'm going to make these little cookies. We're going to do sugar cookies right now. Good to see you guys. All right. So let's go here. So right now I have my baking pan, you guys can see. I'm going to move it over like this. Right? And now I'm going to kind of scoop from here like that. Okay? I'm going to scoop from there, just like that. I'm going to roll them in really nice circles. Look at that. You just pop some there. That's one right there if you want to see it. Let's get another one. So I'm going to roll them in really nice circles. Get another little scoop out of there. These are my sugar cookies. You know what my favorite thing is, you guys, is when I'm eating one of these when it's hot out of the oven, right? Putting it on parchment paper. You guys got your parchment paper going over there? You can't be perfect. You can't have everyone this exact same perfect size, right? You just try to gauge it and get the best you can. J.A. says, I love the raspberry thumbprint cookies. Yeah, they're so good. I'm making those today too. If you just came on here, I'm making raspberry thumbprint cookies. If you just came on here. But I'm also making these sugar cookies too. If you guys just arrived, right? Incredible. This is so fun. It's good to see you guys. I'm glad to know you guys made these before. Many of you guys have made these before. See, I'm just dropping these in like that. This one might be a little bit smaller. When I pull these out of the oven and then I eat them hot, I eat them warm out of the oven, mind-blowing. Truly mind-blowing. Seriously. Especially if you've been eating really good, you know, like you're trying to eat really good. You're trying to, you know, keep like, you know, keep on the straight and narrow with it all. And then all of a sudden you get these, forget it. You guys, I'm going to be using a special frosting. I can't wait to show you. I'm going to show you the special frosting as soon as these go in the oven. Right? It's going to be really fun. We're in the Medical Medium kitchen. It's an honor to have you guys here. So, look, I just want to talk about that for another minute while we're rolling these, okay? I get it. People make people things out of love and kindness. Totally understand. I don't mean to be a snob. That's not what I'm trying to do, right? It's just that a lot of, you know, friends and family, they try to make me stuff. And They'd be like, no, I used the good stuff, AW. I used the good stuff. I'd be like, what do you mean? I'm like, what good stuff are you even talking about? I don't know. I saw one of your videos. I'm using the good stuff. I made these baked goods for you. And meanwhile, you know, I'm about to bite into it, and then Spirit of Compassion says there's canola oil in there, AW. So I'm about to take a bite out of something that somebody made out of loving kindness. The Spirit of Compassion says canola oil right as I'm about to bite. So I'm like, canola oil. And then I stop. This recipe right here is on the blog if you guys want to know. medicalmedium.com blog. Afterwards, you could always find the recipe there. All right, so I just made a really big sugar cookie. I'm going to roll these into maple syrup and set these up. Not maple syrup, maple sugar. So I'm rolling it into these, and I'll show you what I'm rolling it into. So that's the one right there. That's the maple sugar, if you guys can see that. So I'm rolling it in that right there. Trying to cover it all completely, and I'm putting it on the pan right there. There we go. Incredible. Got another one. I'm trying to cover it completely. I mean, you can just pop it in there and you're good. You can just pop it in there like that and you're good. But I'm trying to get it to really stick like that, if you guys don't mind. I'm trying to leave a couple inches apart on the pan as I'm doing this. That's the maple sugar right there. How many times have I said, look, maple syrup would be really good for you? I'm telling a friend, maple syrup would be really good. And they're like, no, too much sugar, too much sugar. Meanwhile, they go and they have some crazy dessert in a restaurant that has all this GMO sugar in there and everything else. Like GMO sugar and all this other stuff and bad pastries and all that. And I'm like, you really should just maybe have a little maple syrup and do something. And they're like, no, too much sugar. And then they're in a restaurant 3 times a week eating the worst stuff ever with the most dangerous bad sugar ever. And they're not even getting any trace minerals. They're not even getting the healthy sugar. That's what's so ridiculous. Have you guys seen that before? There we go. So, have you guys seen that? Like, how many times have you guys seen that? You've offered some advice to somebody, right? Meanwhile, what they're doing is so far, it's so terrible what they're doing. But you're giving them advice and they're turning it down. Like, no, I don't want that. No, don't give me that healthy sugar cookie. Don't do that. Don't give me the healthy sugar cookie. Yeah, right? Meanwhile, all of a sudden, who knows what they've eaten. Like insane amounts of something. You guys hear it so often, so you guys know this. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know, right? Exactly. So you guys totally get it. You guys have seen that before? So you understand that totally, right? Am I preaching to the choir? Or how does it work, right? So I'm giving these guys some space, right? Because these sugar cookies they're gonna pan out. So I'm trying to give them some healthy room right here between all of them, okay? So they're nice and even on the pan. There we go. Now I take this glass right here, and I'm just going to use this as a tool. That's all. I'm going to use a tool, and I'm going to crush this down. So let's do that, okay? You don't want it so flat. It doesn't have to be so flat, right? You don't need it like flat as a pancake if you don't want to. But I'm going to bring it down a little bit more because... All right, that's an incredible sugar cookie right there. Yep. You got to push evenly. Keep that in mind. Push evenly. There you go. Now it's going to stick to your it can stick to these. It just does. Sometimes it'll do that. It'll stick to it, right? pushing them down here. You can make them, there we go. Hopefully we don't have too many casualties. I think they're coming out good though, right? There we go. I'm sure there's a lot of good bakers on here right now. You guys are probably just like, if I was only there, AW, if I was only in your kitchen, I would show you how I do it. I'm sure a lot of good bakers are there, right? AW, I'll show you. No, that's not how you do it. You do it this way. So anyway, this is how I do it, okay? So look, we're going to keep on, we're going to try to make a couple more. We're going to get these in the oven. There we go. This puts you into a meditative state, right? I think the one thing about making baked goods is it could really just throw you into such a great space, right? The goal is not to eat every single one of them once they come out of the oven, right? That's the goal. Not to eat them all as they come right out of the oven, right? I'm just making some room for them right there. There we go. Okay. We're ready to put them in. I think I'm going to put a little bit more of the maple granule sugar on top, if you guys are okay with that. It's okay if you have a little sugar that comes off the cookie and it's on the pan. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Look, there we go. All right. Let's get them in the oven. Giving you guys a little window into that right there, and we're going in the oven right now. First set of cookies are in. Cooking up. I got the oven set for 350, you guys. All right. So we're going to make raspberry thumbprint cookies. I want to show you this maple cream, though, really quick. I forgot to show you guys this. I'm just going to tell you right now. Once you have this, there's no turning back. I'm letting you know. And this is an entirely different thing right here. So I'll show you that later, what that does. It's incredible. So let's start making the thumbprints. I'm going to put that right there. Okay, let's go. So with the thumbprints, I'm going to grab a bowl here. Okay. So I'm going to start with 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of almond flour. Right here. So let's get that almond flour going. We're making raspberry thumbprint cookies, but I'm going to put a bunch of different flavors on there. Let's get 2 tablespoons on here too. Okay, so we got the flour in here. Guys, making the thumbprint cookies. What's your favorite cookies, you guys? That's what I wanted to ask you. Is it thumbprints? Is it something else? Is it a sugar cookie? Is it a peanut butter cookie? Like, what's your favorite cookies? That's what I want to know, too. So we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda is what we're going to do. Here we go. Got some baking soda here. What's your favorite cookie? Peanut butter cookies? They're insane. They're insanely good. My God. I think peanut butter cookies... That's a fun one too, all on its own. So we're gonna put a 1/4 teaspoon of this in here. It's a 1/2 teaspoon. We're gonna go a little bit more. There you go. Gonna put some sea salt in here too. Let's get some sea salt out. Oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cranberry is your favorite? I don't even know if I had an oatmeal cranberry cookie. Peanut Yeah, I see the peanut. Man, those peanut butter cookies. Insane. They're so good, right? Gonna put some salt in here. All right, some sea salt. Okay. All right, so we're gonna mix this up. That's what we're gonna do. Oatmeal cookies, peanut butter cookies, sugar cookies, thumbprint cookies, chocolate. Yeah, that's a whole nother game, right? Wow. Whisking together. These are the dry ingredients right here. And now I'm going to make the wet ingredients. Okay. I'm going to move this over. Let's go. It's good to see you guys. If you just came on here, this is the Medical Medium Cooking Show. We're making thumbprint cookies. We're also making raspberry thumbprint cookies, but we're going to put other incredible flavors in there. Follow me on this channel right here because we do some cool stuff. We really do. And press the follow button right there. Just like, okay. All right, so let's go at this side of it now. We're doing the... Got the food processor. You need a food processor for this one. I mean, you can try to do it in other ways. You can try to mix it with your hand and mix it with a fork or whatever you can do, right? And if you need to do that, you can do that. Okay, so we're going to do... We're going to get some tahini in the food processor. We're going to go with a 1/4 cup. Actually, a 1/2 cup is what we're going to do. We've got a 1/2 cup right here. So you guys, here's a tahini right there. I mean, you can use a tahini you love. This is one that I like right here. So I just want to show you. That's a great one. So we're going to go with a 1/2 cup. So I'll show you guys. This is going in the food processor. This one's linked right there. This tahini. We're just about there. There we go. That's going in the food processor directly. Make sure that comes out of there. Nice. So now we're going to do a 1/2 cup of maple sugar. That's next. So this is a granule one right here. So I got 2 kinds of maple sugar here. I got one that's more granule, one that's more fine. So it's granulated, but it's really fine right there. Okay. This one's got a little bit more of a coarse. It's kind of like, you know, with salt, you got the coarse salt and then you got the fine salt, right, you guys? Kathy says, love the MM Cooking Show. Cosmic Alchemist. That's great. You leave comments on YouTube. I always read your comments on YouTube all the time, right? This one's a little bit trickier. I'm going to cut this. Well, I'm honored you're here, truly. All of you guys. Just get this open here. There we are. So what I'm going to do is pour a 1/2 cup of the sugar in here. There we go. So you guys, we're making the thumbprint cookies. And then we're going to add some vanilla extract right here, alcohol-free. So I'll show you this one. We're going to do a half teaspoon. Put that into the food processor. There we go. Incredible. We're going to give this a grind. We're going to blend it up. You can pulse it, right? And what I do is I move the sides down once it runs for a little while. I'm going to take this top off and do this, okay? So I'm pushing it down. That tahini gets stuck everywhere. So I like to kind of get it down back in because I want to really blend this good. Gonna do it one more time. Gonna actually push this down the sides. Want this to actually blend evenly. There we go. And I'm gonna add it to the flour mixture next. Okay, we're good. See, I'm going to add the flour mixture right in here. We're going to do. Hope everybody's holidays are going good. You know, making baked goods during the holidays is kind of a stress release or a stress reliever. That's how I see it. It takes you into such a great place. I love it, right? It's so healthy for the brain because it rewires the brain is what it does. Recalibrates the brain. Kind of takes you out of any kind of stressful space you're in. You get transported. Making the thumbprint cookie dough right here. Now, if it's too crumbly, you can add a little bit of water, but I'm going to check it out instead. Yeah, just needs a little touch of water. That's what it needs. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of water. Let's see that. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. So a little on the drier side. Here we go. Turning into a dough. You don't want the dough really wet. You don't want it too moist. You want it to be perfect. Take a look here. All right, we got an incredible cookie dough right now. Show you guys. Take a look. That's it right there. It's a great consistency. It's not too wet. It's not too dry. It's going to turn into a nice dough ball. I don't know if you guys can see that going in there. There we go. Let's make sure we get all of it. A lot of Cookie Monsters around, so you need as much as you can. You know, you don't want any of it wasted. Now we can turn this into a nice dough ball here. Teresa says, I'm so thankful for you, Anthony. I'm thankful for you too. The goal here is to form these 1-inch little dough balls, okay? And we're gonna roll them. Here we go. Look at that. I wanna make sure this is really stuck together. There's no air pockets in here. You guys, we got some done cookies here, by the way. We got some done cookies. Don't you like them when they're nice and brown? They're so good. That's the way I like my cookies, right there. These are the sugar cookies. I love them just right, just like this, okay? They're toasty, they're warm. They're a little brown around the edges. They're not burnt, but they're right. Isn't this the way you guys like it? Do a close-up on it one more time on this, right? This is the way I like my cookies. I don't like them when they're not cooked enough, but I don't like them when they're burnt, and these aren't burnt. There's this right in between stage that's perfect. And I'm really happy SOC told me these things were about to get past that stage, and they're about to go into burning land eventually. And they didn't. They're actually perfect. Incredible. Too fun. Just too fun. All right, let's get this set up now, you guys. Let's get the thumbprints in. You don't want air in your dough ball, okay? I think we're good. So let's do these little 1-inch pieces. So let's tear off these little 1-inch pieces right here. Got some sesame seeds. We're gonna dip these 1-inch pieces in sesame seeds, okay? Now, I'm gonna do that right here. Sherry Berry says, can you do a live show on how you do sprouts? Yes, I am. I'm gonna do a medical medium cooking show right here on Amazon Live, just on that alone. Absolutely. You get these 1-inch pieces right here. You don't want them so small. You don't want them big either, right? Roll them in a nice circle. Yeah, I'm totally going to do that, you guys. I'm going to, like, big time, a sprout show. Are you kidding? Where it's just about the sprout stuff, all of it. Don't worry, we're going to do it. Okay, we got that in there. I think these are one of my favorite cookies all time right here. Probably one of my all-time favorite cookies. You guys, the Thumbprint. But here's what's incredible. Man, when you put these right here in that Thumbprint, the different flavors, knock your socks off. Like, incredible. It takes the Thumbprint cookie to another level. Like, to be honest, when you have the right center for that Thumbprint cookie, it's a whole nother level of incredible. A whole nother level of incredible. All right. So we're getting these sesame seeds on here, you guys. And we're making these Thumbprint cookies right now. Just too fun. What better way to spend a day? Those jams are your jams, Selena? Whew, man, those jams are so good and they're so clean. But when you put them on the Thumbprint cookies, it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. Just get some sesame seeds on these. There we go. 1 inch about, you know, give or take. These are probably in between there, 1.5 inch. I just don't want them so small where it's 3/4 of an inch of a ball and then the cookie's really tiny and you can't put enough jam on top. That's actually not a good thing either. Yeah, we're jamming. Seaweed Hero, we're jamming. We are. And you like music. I know you like music. I read your YouTube comments and you're just like a wizard at lyrics. Like a wizard at lyrics, man. Like you put some of the best stuff down there. And I'm always like, that's Seaweed Hero. Jams are linked, you guys, in this video, just so you know. And also in the Medical Medium Amazon Live store. So they're linked in this video too, because I'm going to be using the jams that are linked in this video, but I got some extra jams in the Medical Medium, like, because I got a bunch of the jams, like all the different flavors. And I'll tell you what my favorite ones are. Of course, I like the wild blueberry one. I can't help it. Maybe, I don't know, is that just me because of the wild blueberry thing? Because I love wild blueberries. But I do love the black raspberry one and the cherry ones. I don't know what to say. Really, I think I love them all. These cookies are getting me into the holiday spirit. Thank you, AW. Marissa, thanks for being here. We're just rolling these up. Puts you into like a really powerful meditative state right there. Some people say, hey, my anxiety's up. I go, make some cookies. AW, I'm kind of depressed today. My anxiety's up. I'm kind of depressed. Make some cookies, right? And next thing you know it, they're like, okay, and they're getting into it. Now they're looking at the recipe and they're getting into it. And all of a sudden, that anxiety's starting to calm down as they're doing it. That's like it's starting to bring the anxiety down. And they're like, hey, you know what? That was the best idea I've ever heard. I'm making the cookies. Right? Hey, AW, there's so much going on. I can't put the brakes on. Everything is just going crazy right now. I'm like a chicken with my head cut off. I'm running around. I'll be like, you know what? Stop and make some cookies. Just do it. Just stop and make some cookies. And all of a sudden, when you know, a person does it, and it's just like, wait a minute, that was incredible. It's so fun to know they're healthy baking. It is. It's real healthy baking. That's the whole point. These are holiday recipes for friends and family. Keep that in mind. So these are holiday recipes, just so you know, for this holiday season. And then after the holiday season, make them anyway. Every now and then. Like once in a while. Make them once in a while. I know a lot of you guys do, though. You do make them. I know that. A bunch of you guys do. I love your moon meditation. To pull out of emotion, sluggish, pull that emotion, the sluggish emotions out. Oh yeah, the moon meditation. That's a powerful one there. It really is. All right, we're almost done, you guys. Probably got 2 more cookies and we're going to pop these in. So I got enough batter here, or dough, not batter, but dough, to make 2 more cookies, so I'm just making them right here. There you go. So I got 2 more right there. Sunflower, it's not sunflower, sesame seeds all over me. There we go. Let's get the rest of this. Okay. Let's roll this up. Got sesame seeds on here. Stargazing meditation, sea sage. Stargazing meditation. It's one of my favorites, actually. One of my favorites, by far. Wow, AW, it's like you're talking to me now. Anxiety's been so crazy lately for me. It really does help. I know the holidays do bring that up, but I like to break that anxiety and say, you know what? That's it. I'm not going to let it control me this holiday season. No way. No way. All right, you guys. We're going to do the thumbprint now. Let's go. Let's have some space between them. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want enough space between them, right? I got a friend that has OCD, right? And they just don't want to fix it, right? And so, you guys know, like medical meme information. And so when they do the thumbprint cookies and are organizing them up, they're like, it just drives them crazy, right? What I do now, it naturally kind of spreads open like that, but I like to kind of put it together a little bit, is what I like to do. So, these kind of naturally do that. There you go, right there. You want the center to be big enough to hold enough of that incredible jam, right? I like to kind of put it just like that. Beautiful. This is really... And you can kind of put them together a little bit too when they spread just a little bit. It's natural. Every thumbprint cookie will do that. There you go. And you got a nice center going on in there too. So let's just keep on making these here. We'll go over here. There we go. If you do a shallow, if you push them shallowly like that, you're not going to get enough jelly and jam on there if you do it that way. So you got to go a little deeper. There you go. You want to be able to get enough on there. I mean, there's a sweet spot with it, really. There's this incredible sweet spot when you have just enough. I'm going to move these over a little bit. So you guys have made these, right? Or made a thumbprint cookie in your life? If you haven't made them in a while, you can make them now because, whoa, I mean, look how healthy they are. There's no canola oil in here. There's no lard in here. There's no hydrogenated whatever in here, right? There's none of that hydrogenated stuff. Okay. There's no artificial sweeteners in here. How about that, right? Artificial sweeteners. There's no fillers. There's no preservatives in here. How about that, right? There's no preservatives in here. I can't tell you how many cookies have all these crazy preservatives in there. You guys know that. Like how many cookies have all that? It's crazy to how much they really have. It's actually insane. So we're just shaping these a little, making sure they're just right. There we go. All right. Yes, reminds me, really? I'm going to put these in the oven. I'm reading comments. It reminds you of cookies that have a lot of junk in them. We're getting these in here. I'm going to pop these on the cooling rack. I think we can do that. Guys. So let me bring this over if you guys can see this. Let's get these off of here and get them on the cooling rack. Okay. I can smell these. Right? These are incredible. Incredible. Right there. So I'm going to, while those are cooking there, I'm going to take out this maple cream. Here's where it gets dangerous. Here's where it gets crazy, okay? This is a whole different level, this maple cream. Like, it's icing. I kid you not. Like, it's icing on a cake kind of thing. Like, but for real. Like, I got to be really careful with this because, you know, give me a spoon for this one, okay? But this tastes better than icing. Icing doesn't taste this good. That's the whole point. I'll show you this one, you guys. Icing doesn't taste this good. It doesn't touch this maple cream. It doesn't. This is an entirely different thing going on here. I'm just going to be honest, all right? So I'm going to get a butter knife out, right? We're going to open this up. You guys, I have these linked. A couple of different ones too. I got a couple of different ones that I really like, and I have it linked right there, okay, with the video. But let me show you really close too with this right here. You guys, have you ever tried this? Okay, this is it right here. And this maple icing, that's what I call it. It's a maple cream. When you taste it, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I can't say enough about it. They can put a little bit on the sugar cookies, right? Okay? It's only maple syrup. There's no butter in here. There's no butter in here. I have to say it like a few times because I can't believe it. When I had this, I was like, okay, wait a minute. There's no cream in here? You know, like cream? Like cow cream? There's no cow butter in here? Like, what is in here? There's got to be preservatives in here. There's got to be some kind of chemical, right? No, there's nothing. It's just maple syrup turned into a maple cream with nothing added. It's insane. It's insane. So I'm going to put a little bit on a cookie. So I'm doing an icing on my sugar cookie with this, right? And you can do it in the way you want. You can cover the whole cookie, right? You can do a little bit of it, right? But I'm going to tell you right now, the sugar cookie alone is so incredible, hot out of the oven like this. And then when you put a little bit of this on top, it takes it to a level that people, when you make this for your friends, your kids, your family, people you love, your loved ones, your coworkers, guests, whoever, when you make this for relatives, right? And they have this, they're going to think, they're going to feel like guilty or something when it's the most healthiest one they've ever had in their life, the most healthiest cookie they've ever had in their life. And meanwhile, that's what they're eating. It's something you just saw right here and how good, like, right? Wow, is like gonna order that? Kim, amazing, because it's worth it. It's worth it. Like, this one's worth it for sure. I mean, it really is. I'm going to put a little bit more on this cookie here. This is, look, I can't say enough about it. I don't even know what to do because I can't say enough about it. Because when your friends and family actually try this, when the kids try this, forget it. Like, forget it. It's an insane flavor. When I mean insane flavor. Listen, I know I'm trying to really tell you and get the message across on how good this tastes, but when you try it, I promise you this, you'll say he was right. He was right. He was right. Like, for sure, he was right on that. Like, for real. So I'm putting a little bit of this on some of these just for now, and while those are cooking, right? And even on a spoon by itself, just on a spoon by itself. Take a look at this close up here. You'll see right? This isn't fake icing. It's not fake icing. And you can cover the whole cookie. You can cover just the top and leave the cookie kind of like that. There you go. I mean, how incredible is that? Do a couple more. If you guys just got on here, this is absolutely mind-blowing. So I'm going to put a little bit more. Yeah, you know what? Am I overreacting? Is it that good? Oh, no, it's that good. Am I overdoing it? No, it's that good. It's that good. And on a spoon, just by itself on a spoon is just insane too. I mean, it really is. You don't need, that's what's amazing about this right here. You don't need it on a sugar cookie, right? You can put it on a homemade pancake. You can put it on anything. A waffle, I mean, you know, a gluten-free waffle. That's the whole point. It's not even just about, if you don't want to make a sugar cookie, then you don't make a sugar cookie, right? But you can put this on anything. That's how incredible it is. Get in my belly, I saw. So we got these cookies right here. I'm going to take a look at those thumbprints. I think they're probably getting there almost. Got a couple more minutes on the thumbprint, so let me get the jams out, because the jams are going to go on there. So right here, I'm going to move these over. So right here, I have a black cherry, which is incredible. Right? I'm going to show you this. There we go. Can you guys see that? So I got a black cherry. I got a black raspberry. I have to be honest. They're both incredible, but I'm always a fan of black raspberry. Black raspberry has always been one of my favorites. I picked them when I was a kid. I would pick like wild black raspberries. Just so you know, black raspberries that aren't wild, that are cultivated, are still wild. They're still wild, even if they're not growing in a wild. That's how incredible a black raspberry is. But it's not an everyday thing to find. Like, what I like to do, because it's hard to get black raspberries, because they're so incredible, right? But it's hard to get them. You can't find a season to get them, really. Like when? Once a year, if you're lucky to find a farm that actually has them. But the point is that's why I like this, because I get to have my black raspberry fix. All those antioxidants, right? That intense high antioxidant, right? Anthocyanins, the black raspberries. So I get to have that. So that's that one. That's an apricot one right there. I'll show you that in a second too, right? It's an apricot one. There's a strawberry one right there. You guys, there's no junk in here. There's no additives. There's no preservatives. There's no citric acid. And I repeat, there's no citric acid. There's no vinegar in here. I've seen jams and jellies have vinegar, and I'm like, okay, that was weird. Why is there vinegar in there? I've seen jams and jellies have all the citric acid. It's like, okay, I'm reading this, all that's good, and then there's citric acid in there, and I'm like, okay, why is there citric acid in there? You know? So why is that there? So I've seen them like that too, right? And that's a fig one. By the way, that fig one right there is like another level too. It's another level. Your favorite is, Doris says, my favorite is black cherry. Incredible, incredible. Strawberry's your favorite. I see somebody said, you guys, what is your favorite? That's what I wanted to ask you. Strawberry? Really? Black cherry's your favorite? I'm going with black raspberry, wild blueberry. I know, wild blueberry. But the black raspberry one, definitely. Wait a minute. Why is the black raspberry one almost empty? Wait, why is it halfway down? Someone was in here. That was me. Someone was dipping into that one. It was me. All right, these look like they're done. I am going to bring these out now. All right, let's go. Let's get these cookies out. We're bringing the thumbprint cookies out right now. Let's take a look. Whoa. Okay. They're a little soft right now because they got to cool, but they're done. You can take a look right there. There they are. These babies are done. If you guys can see. And you'll notice when they come right out, they're just a little soft, but they got to cool down. Now I'm going to put the jams in the center while they're cooling. That's next. Which ones do I want to do? That's the question. So let's go with black cherry. I saw that someone said black cherry was their favorite. So let's take a look and see what we got here, okay? So we're going to get a little bit of the black cherry here. Right? On the spoon. We're going to pop that right in the center. You don't want to overdo it where you have so much of the jam on there where it takes away from the cookie. You want the balance. You want the perfect balance. Right? I'm going to show you that one too. There you go. So that's the black cherry. Let's do 2 black cherry, okay? Because we got a bunch of cookies here. We'll do 2 black cherry. Here's what's really crazy, right? That's a half of a black cherry right there. It went right on top. It's literally a whole half of a black cherry that just went right on top of there. That's about as whole as it can get, like for Whole Foods, right? When it comes down to this stuff. This is incredible. So that cherry is going to kind of stick off the top a little bit because that's just what it's going to do. Because it's a half a cherry sticking up there, right? Let's take a look at this one. Black raspberry. Probably my favorite. I don't know. It changes. It changes. So let's do, maybe, it's my favorite 1 minute, and then I'm like, whoa, but did you try that black cherry? Let's do a couple of these right here. There we go. Wow. It's just really incredible. Let's go with Fig Royal. I can't help it. Let's do a little bit of fig on here. Right? Let's do a little bit of fig right there in the middle. We're going to do 2 figs. We'll do 1 more over here. You guys, these are piping hot. You can smell them a mile away. Right? Apricot. That's an option too. You can go with an apricot. Let's do that. Why not? I'll do an apricot over here. I'll do 2. Right? Do an apricot. 2 apricots. Okay. All right. And we're going to do a strawberry. Did we do a strawberry already? No, we didn't. Did the apricot? Oh, wait. We have a strawberry right here. How do you like that? All open and ready. Let's get a strawberry on here. We're going to do 2 strawberries. Right? You know what I didn't do? I didn't do the wild blueberry. So let me find it, right? So there's that one, that one. Let's go find the wild blueberry. And I'm looking for the raspberry too. There's strawberry. Fig Royal. Well, we have here's the wild blueberry right here. Now we're going to get a raspberry too. That's the wild blueberry right there. Am I going to be able to contain myself after the show on this? You guys, just so you know, I am going to be going live after this. I thought I'd give you the warning, the heads up, right? So I am going live after this. Going to be on Facebook, going to be on YouTube, the whole bit. So here's the red raspberry. Going to hit IG later. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about some cool stuff. Okay. We got it, the raspberry. Got to have the raspberry. Without the raspberry, how are they going to be raspberry thumbprint cookies? That's what I need to know. So I'm just going to eat one. Which one am I going to eat? I think I'm going to go with the raspberry one, maybe. And I'm going to get them on the cooling rack, too. Yeah. I don't know. Is it just me, or am I the only one crazy about these cookies? Those look good? You like those little spoons? Yeah. These little spoons are incredible. You love the advance warning? Going live today? Going live today. I am. Giving you the advance warning on that, you guys. It's going to be a live day today. I know I haven't been around in a little while. Whoa. 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 Oh, lost 3 of them. Lost 4 of them. We lost a couple, you guys. But you know what? That's why we're live. I wouldn't have it any other way. I always say, let's get a blooper going. All right, you guys, here we are. That's them right there. You wish you had all the ingredients now? Did you order the jams? The link is right there in the store. It's the right ones because I've seen so much junk in so many jams and stuff. It's been crazy. So I'm going to have one. I think I'm going to go with the wild blueberry one. No, let me go with the raspberry. Can't make a decision. All right, that's insane. It's really good. Like, for real. Mmm. And you know what's amazing about medical medium information? Right? People come to medical medium information really sick, like chronically ill, and then they recover. And then they recover, and then they can enjoy something like this. But yet, this doesn't set you backwards, because this is really healthy. It's really incredible. And you guys, we're live right now. #1 New York Times bestselling author of the Medical Medium book series. Okay? You guys know. There's Cleanse the Heel right there. I'm going to grab a sugar cookie. I mean, do I dare have a sugar cookie with the maple cream on it? Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm probably going to tank like half of these before I go live later. Hit the follow button, right? And you guys know, medical medium information is there for the chronically ill, right? And that's the difference with medical medium information in the books. It's for the chronically ill, the real sick people. And that's the difference. And we know that when you're not so sick, all the other information out there just, keeps people rolling around. But when they get really sick, they go to medical medium information. And that's what it's all known about. That's what's known about MM Info, is it's been saving lives around the world for years now. You guys, cookie recipes are on medicalmedium.com, on the blog. I'm going live on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, whatever. I love you guys. So good. These cookies don't stand a chance. I'll see you guys in a little while. A little later on.